Welcome to Outback Outdoors. Make sure you like, subscribe, and click the alert to stay up to date on all our new videos.
Listen up, I've rode through howling hell and wind and snow and rain. I am oblivious to misery and pain, and that iron in your gizzard, it will never go away. So long as you got work to do today, and there's a monster on your back, son, get your guts up off the trail. We got a job to do, and I promise we won't fail. One day you'll learn your scars and all the fearlessness you lack. Don't worry about that ornery Charlie bull. The monster's on your back. There's a monster on your back.
Last year we had absolutely no cover because of the drought, and we used the decoys to get in on the deer. This year we have really good cover, too much cover. We can't spot the deer. I feel like all these deer are going to be in that standing corn, and if one cornfield gets cut, they're going to start pushing into the ones that aren't cut. Afraid we're gonna have to dive into the corn after these deer. It's always a challenge. You always got to adapt to what the conditions are.
We've never driven around in two parties and not seen at least a group with some bucks in it.
Yeah.
And you saw what, 10 does?
10 does, and then right at first light, right by the farm, there was those does too. Everything's in the corn. Walking the edge of the cornfields, that's where all the sign is. We got to go where the deer are.
We got to adapt.
it's just gonna be a challenge to get it on film.
No, well, that's always a challenge anyway. I mean, especially out here in open country, at least we got some cover there. Maybe we get in tight and get lucky.
And that's when you find out how good your camera guys are.
Exactly. It's all up to the camera guys. Yeah. You know, we've got, what, 4 or 5 days here, so, you know, we know the corn's gonna come down.
Corn's coming down every day.
So it's gonna open that opportunity at least to see these bucks.
But we gotta go where the deer are.
Yeah, and we know they're not in their normal honey holes that we find them in, because they're in the corn. Second day here in Colorado, Eastern Plains. Shawn with Hamskea Archery, Trev, Outback Outdoors, and we are gonna take the fight to these deer. We know they're in here.
Well, we know there's does in here for sure that we saw this morning. Hoping there's a buck in there. And
we're just gonna work these strips of dry land out, looking as far as we can see, and then we'll go to the next rise and work. We've got a good steady wind, kind of northwest wind, so we're gonna actually go out and make something happen.
Spotted about 70 yards up this row. We can't tell what it is. He's gonna work over 3 or 4 rows. We'll go up about 30 yards, come in, see if we can get eyes on it, see what it is.
I just needed one more row. He was right there. I just needed to get around this stalk and get right in here, and I could have shot him. That's tough. Had everything just perfect, except for the corn got in the way.
This segment brought to you by Cabela's Tags. Draw the tag of a lifetime.
Made it to the edge of this cornfield. I just want to wait a little bit, let this wind pick up, and just also wait and see if one of them will stand and give away their location before we dive in there. So. Buck spotted, he's bedded down. Can't tell exactly what he is, but to see antlers at a half mile away, he's got to be at least a decent buck. But how to get to him is going to be a challenge. We'll drop back down in the straw and see how close we can get to him with just the terrain, and then crawl on in on him. Got a respectable mule deer buck. sun. Racing the sun, I should say. We've got about an hour and a half to 2 hours. We still need to cover about 200 yards. We lost our wind, so we've got to go slow. We'll do our best. Who knows, might get lucky. I got him on his butt, 55. And then he was right on, looking right at us, obviously. And I was hoping he's just gonna slowly churn, but he just bolted.
This segment brought to you by Hoyt. Get serious, get Hoyt. It's my turn.
Archer up.
Batter up. And this field is humongous. We're gonna go to about a third of into this field because that's pretty much where we're gonna start working our way in and doing the same thing, glassing up rows, and working back and forth. Hopefully we can get into some deer like we did you this morning. Let's do it. They are living in this corner, and it just turned into a beautiful evening. Honestly, we didn't need a beautiful evening. We needed a noisy, windy evening to work through this dryland corn. But they're living here. He's really, really tall. He's only about 6 inches wide.
He's not very wide.
But I'd have shot him. So, well, we'll start heading back. We got the sun at our back. I think we'll skip to Malou and head back to the truck. We just rolled up over this hill, and it's kind of funny. We picked up our glasses. We were on a high spot to glass. You could probably see 2 miles here. And Shawn's like, oh, there's a buck right there. It was about 250 yards below us. Standing there looking nice, whitetail buck, and bedded right by a fence, which is really good. a swing and a miss.
This segment brought to you by Hamskea Archery Solutions, maximizing your accuracy.
Corn's coming down, so I mean these bucks are getting more visible because they don't have 6 foot high, mile wide circles of corn, standing corn to hide in. So we're gonna sit here. As you see, the fog is setting in, rolling in this morning, which we knew it was gonna do, and we're just gonna kind of let it burn off.
We found this big buck that we've been getting trail camera pictures of all week. We actually saw him the first evening we were here glassing around. We just got him bedded right out here in this these little milo strips. He's in a really good spot to put a stalk on.
Difficulties or the challenges out here is when you actually get out here, everything looks different. So we have a couple of landmarks and we're trying to get eyes on this buck's antlers before we blow him out or before we make a move, so we know which way he's looking. So that's going to tell us what we're going to do. So that's what we're doing here. We haven't spotted him yet, but we know he's right here, maybe within 200 yards.
Let's drop back over here. Let's get over one. Let's go down over here.
He found him. He found the buck.
Congratulations. Man, I couldn't have done it without the whole team.
Oh,
Gorgeous.
this is the buck we saw the first night.
Right, the first night running away.
Then he went into that standing cornfield right there. We put the trail camera up on that windmill. We're getting pictures of him every other night. And then we find him bedded out in a good spot to make a stalk. He is something else.
I really appreciate it. You know, you guys inviting me out.
Yeah.
Thank you, Adam, Trevon.
Oh, my pleasure.
Thank
thank you for really pretty much being an adopted member of Outback Outdoors.
You know, this has just been a great experience. I've enjoyed every minute of it.
About the things that you can't see, the monsters on your back.
Thanks for watching Outback Outdoors. We encourage you to comment below, and as always, like, subscribe, and click the alert to stay up to date on all our new videos.